Yeah, well, shit happens at the garbage dump, with the whole power infrastructure. We're kind of just piggybacking off of things. I kind of run like tinfoil off of one of the power poles and then plug stuff into that. I just had like a pile of tinfoil and then like a little mess of it reaches up and touches a power pole. That's our generator.
And I found a guitar.
Is this a guitar? Hell yeah.
Yeah, that's what we call in the business foreshadowing.
Da-da-da-da. Yeah, but no video this week, unfortunately. We did not have the power to supply it. We got the microphones, and that's good enough.
Jones shot the camera with a gun.
Well, listen, how the camera got destroyed and why it's not powered is, less important as to the fact that it's not. All right, that's what we need to focus on, or rather move past, because it's not important. We're done with that. This episode is cameraless. The next episode probably will also be cameraless.
Probably, yeah.
I mean, probably.
You'll find out, right?
Yeah, you just got to keep listening to find out. I don't know how I can fix a camera with a hole in it.
And for those of you listening, I hope you enjoy this identical experience to every other episode.
Yeah, if you're just a listener, then you have no idea what we're talking about. It's just kind of regular, normal.
Yeah, I don't even know what a video is.
I ain't never heard no Gortar. Welcome in, though, to episode 91 of Cold Hard Trash, CRT. I'm your host, Trashcan Jones.
And I'm Breg, your fellow host.
Yes,
and I have a cat who has a cone on.
Oh, she still got her cone?
Yep. 2 more days, and then she's free.
Yeah.
She just looks so sad with it, though.
Well, she can't be licking at her wounds, or it might make it bad. It might make it infected.
Yeah.
It's not good. They got the little spiky tongues.
Mm-hmm. And she, you know what? She could have not had the cone, too. And then I saw her. She licked it, and it's like, nope.
Can't do that.
Jail.
I mean, you could put her in the little onesie like Mrs. Trash was suggesting, but you said that'd probably be worse for her.
I mean, I just don't think she would. I don't think I could wrangle her into it. She's too flighty.
I figure it's just like the legs, right? As soon as you just get like you just pull them on like 2 pairs of pants at the same time.
She would not accept that. As adorable as it would be.
Do it to her while she's sleeping.
But the cone has lemons on it.
That's cute.
If I try to do anything to her when she's sleeping, she wakes up.
She's weary of that.
Yeah, then it plays the thing from Metal Gear when you're spotted.
Just a...
And then she runs away.
You get the alert. It's pretty funny. That is... I mean, that's probably... She wasn't the stray, though, right? Suzu was the stray. You got her as like a little baby. I was going to say that probably is like her instincts, but I feel like Suzu would be to have that instinct as opposed to Captain.
I mean, they were both strays.
Oh, they were? All right. So, yeah, she's probably still like a little baby.
She was just a stray at, like, 6 weeks old.
How good is cat memory?
I don't know. I mean, honestly, the whole reason she doesn't like being touched is because I had to keep on giving her baths when she was a itty-bitty baby and she was too young for flea medicine.
Aww.
That's my theory, anyways.
Yeah, she just has bad reactions, have been picked up and held.
Yeah, I mean, she's better about it with the cone on and stuff. Maybe she's like... She doesn't have the energy to fight the onesie. I could have done it, maybe. But the cone works. I don't think she'd be happier with the onesie.
Yeah, who knows? Is she, like, getting used to it, or is she still bumping her head, like, on stuff?
Yeah, she's used to it.
All right. That's good, at least. Yeah,
she slipped out of it once.
Right when I was there, yeah,
when
I first put it on.
No, another time.
Again?
Where, yeah, she found a way to nestle in between like a box and a wall and like get it off. She's got ingenuity.
She's getting smart.
And I was like, nah, I caught you. You can't do that. And I put it back on and then I moved the box so she couldn't do it again.
Have you seen those videos like people put the harness on their cats and they just like protest by going absolutely limp? They just keep falling over. So I imagine she'd probably
tried to get the harness on them. I tried to take them for walks. They don't like it.
Yeah, Susie doesn't seem like a going for walks kind of guy.
Yeah. Well, he loves to try and break into the stairwell in the back. If I'm like walking through with my laundry or something, he always wants to jet right through.
Maybe you could take him on a walk down there then. Might be a little curious.
I tried to with a leash. Didn't like the thing.
Yeah. I wonder, can you do it the same way as like you do with a dog, where you just attach it to like a neck collar, or is it just because cats are so liquidy that they can slip out of that?
I think that's it.
Yeah.
Maybe you could attach it to the collar, but like then he'd get upset and then he'd try and wrangle out of the collar. He doesn't even have a collar. Neither of them have collars.
Yeah. I was going to say, I don't even recall them wearing something like that now that I think about it.
Mm-hmm.
That's crazy you can't get Suzu in the harness, though. He likes getting picked up and held. I feel like he'd be able to just pick him up, stretch him, and then just like, gotcha.
Yeah, I put him in a bat costume once. He didn't like that.
Maybe he won't like it, but then you open up the back like you're going to take out laundry, and he starts taking off, and you're like, oh, yeah, no, we're going to go. We're going to go together. Don't worry. And then maybe he'll be like, oh, I understand. This allows me exploration rights.
Yeah, I'm trying to get there. I was trying to get there. I gave up.
That'd be fun.
He seems to be content without understanding.
It'd be fun to see him do a little explore. Put a little GoPro on his head.
Mm-hmm. You've seen those like you've seen plenty of those with like dogs and stuff.
Those are always
you ever see the one where it was like it was linked to when his heartbeat rose? So it was like any time something exciting was in front of him.
No, that's pretty funny though.
It was just like different animals and foods and stuff like that.
That's pretty great. Mm-hmm. So I've been playing Legend of Zelda Twilight Princess on stream. Have you ever played that? That specific Legend of Zelda?
I've been watching you play it.
It's pretty good. There was a moment that I had forgotten about that just kind of gave me a little bit of pause that they just kind of they gloss over as like, yeah, you know, it's kind of just going to happen, whatever, hero journey. We're like, you're going around because kids got kidnapped from the village. Oh no, go and save them. You go and find them and realize like, God, those guy in Kakariko Village, Renato, he found the kids. He's looking after them. He's good guy, good figure. And when you show up there as an adult, he's like, yeah, the Gorons up there, they used to help us out. Now they're mean. We can't really get these kids back to the town because the Goron, they're doing their stuff. So you go and help the Gorons, come back, and that Renato guy's like, okay, thanks for helping us out. We'll keep taking care of the kids. You go on your hero's journey. Don't worry about it. I'm like, hey, that wasn't the plan. Let's go back to when you were like, I'm going to help get these kids home once the Gorons start helping us. And now you're like, don't worry, I'm just going to keep these kids. What happened? What happened
Maybe
while I was
is
out
home.
questing?
Is that not home?
No, it's not. Their home is Ordon. That's where they got kidnapped from. That's where all their parents are waiting for them. Renato's got them all the way in Kakariko. Is like, we can't cross the plains because, we can't get help from the Gorons and there's monsters out there. So if you go help the Gorons, maybe we can get out. And then as soon as you help the Gorons, he's like, great, thanks for that help. Our village is going to be fine. We'll take care of the kids. You keep on questing. I'm like, I want to take the kids home.
Take care of them. Like, it has a double meaning there, right?
Right,
it could be like,
we'll
take care of the issue with the kids, or we'll just adopt them. To quote the vet, when I brought in my cat, a different cat, no chip, free cat. Cool. No chip, free kids.
Free kids. It's the days before microchips.
That makes it even easier.
Gonna ask. Link's going to go back, or Lonk in my case, is going to go back to Ordon and be like, hey, your kids, they're in Kakariko. They're safe, but they ain't coming back. Like, what the
They've been
hell?
adopted.
Yeah. One of them gets out to go on their own capitalist enterprise. We haven't seen Malo yet, but as soon as you get to Castletown, you find out that Malo's store only got better. She's got like people that she hired. It's got all this different. Becomes a very profitable capitalist.
Nice. Yeah, she's got the grit.
Yeah, it's pretty funny. I just don't know why he was so willing just to keep those kids, and why the kids were so willing to be like, yeah, we'll stay here. Home sucked. Our parents are lame.
Our parents let us get kidnapped. Haven't been kidnapped from this guy.
Kidnapped in the night by some fucking demons.
And hasn't happened since with this guy, has it?
Well, I mean, they were getting attacked by demons until Link showed up, so it was about to happen again, actually. It's kind of the whole thing. Link is the one stopping everything from happening. They do say
they're in
something.
a good spot.
They say something about like, oh yeah, we need a horse and cart, but they probably also got it from the Gorons, I would imagine. Because like, why would they say we can't get these kids home until you help the Gorons? I don't know. He just kind of glosses over the fact that he's going to get those kids home. Like, you assume he is, but you're like, you just said you'll take care of the kids, so I hope that means they're going home. Because they're still standing around the village, and now they got these roles within the village, and it seems like they're staying here a while. So what's going on, Renato? Is this how your village grows in number?
Yeah, just kidnapping.
I mean, that's how it was.
How do we know that
days.
he has nothing to do with the demons?
I don't think it ever comes out like that, but that'd be pretty funny. Turns out Renato is actually one of the fucking Zant.
The big bad.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That would be
just
hilarious.
so he could get more kids to work in the village. It's like, damn, I fucking hate farming.
I'm tired of this shit, Grandpa. Well, that's too damn bad. You keep digging.
Yeah.
Holes is such a good movie.
Mm-hmm.
Stan Lee Yell Nats. He can't read.
I liked, so that was a fun one because we watched that in elementary school because we read the book.
Yeah, same.
And then we watched the movie. And
we got the edition of the book that had like pictures from the movie in it. It was cool.
Yeah. And then there's this one, like, because that was Disney, I think.
Mm-hmm.
And then there was a lot of like old Disney Channel original movies that are like really weird. Like before they seem to have found their footing. There's one old one called Buffalo Dreams that came on when I was on like a band trip, and like the hotel TV had like very limited selections. We watched Buffalo Dreams, and at one point I think it's about like running or something.
Buffalo Dreams. I'd never heard of this. Why
Yeah.
is it called Buffalo Dreams?
This dude has these kids like have some spiritual thing. It's like a ayahuasca trip or something. I don't know. They didn't take the drugs. I don't think there were drugs, but like some revelation, and they're like soaring through the sky, and there's like the northern lights and shit.
Huh. That's kind of interesting.
Let me look it up.
I was going to say, I'd never heard of that. I want to look it up, too.
2005. That's like way more recent than I thought it was.
Wow.
There's a kid with a bike, and then a Native American guy.
Okay, that's what I was kind of dancing around to ask, because like they call it Buffalo Running. Was it because one of them was Native American?
Yes.
All right.
Yeah, reluctantly befriends a Navajo boy, Thomas, while working on a buffalo preserve. Okay, so it had more to do with buffaloes. I did not pay a lot of attention, but that one sequence was crazy. They have to save the town from a buffalo stampede.
Hell yeah. Sounds about right. And they had to save the town with running, I assume? Like, did they have to outrun the buffaloes or something?
I just think I was making shit up there. Maybe.
No. That sounds like right on with a Disney Channel movie. Like, we got to run back and get there before the buffaloes do.
Mm-hmm. The thing is, like, saving a town from a stampede, like, do you really, like, would buffaloes run over a building?
No, they'd run through the streets.
Right?
They'd run into cars. They'd gore people for sure.
Yeah, just go inside.
Yeah, they could break through a storefront pretty easy.
Do
break through
Paul
a door.
Revere. Just be like, hey, the buffaloes are coming. Go inside. No, we can't redirect them. It's a herd of buffaloes. Like, we cannot stop them.
But even then, like, what's the play? Like, what if one of the buffaloes just kind of chills in the street? Like, you're gonna stay in a store for 4 hours and you're just waiting for that buffalo to go away? You gotta have a plan. You just said,
wait.
yeah, like that's the plan? You're just going to stay there for 4 hours?
Yeah,
Okay.
just wait. You gonna go out there and fight the buffalo?
No, I want someone to do something about the buffalo, so I don't have to wait in the store for 4 hours.
You are doing something about the buffalo. You're getting out of the way. You're safe.
Yeah, I suppose. It's just It seems like there should be something more done, like perhaps maybe a tranquilization of the buffalo, a wrangling of the buffalo. Something
That would
of the like.
that would be pretty cool. I mean, ever see those videos of like just suburban people getting into their car and like a fucking mountain lion comes out and attacks them?
A mountain lion or something? Yeah, it's usually in the suburbs of California you see those.
And what do? They hop in their car and they just leave.
I mean, yeah.
Problem
that's
solved
true.
itself.
Have you also seen those videos of dogs just destroying cars? Like ripping the tires and bumpers and stuff off? And that's a dog, all right? Cars aren't exactly your safe place.
Okay, well now you don't have a wheel, but it's not like he's going to break in through the wheel. You're fine.
Yeah, all right, fair.
Also, if you're in the store for 4 hours, like at some point, yeah, I guess you can call the police. It's your prerogative. I'm getting a free nature documentary.
Yeah, I guess. Just on the spot. You don't really got anywhere to go. That's another thing I thought. So Holes was written by Louis Satcher. Have I ever told you about Wayside Stories? That's the other thing I know about Louis Satcher. I thought, like, I remembered that author was, like, one of my favorites as a kid, just because he wrote one of my favorite books.
The name isn't, the name sounds familiar.
It's basically, it's a couple different books, because it's, like, it became, like, one of his more famous series. But Wayside School is just, like, the school in Nonsense World, where, like, everything is built on accident backwards.
The school was built on its side.
Essentially, yeah. Instead of 30 floors long, 1 floor tall, it was built 30 floors tall, 1 floor long. So it's just a cube that's 30 floors tall.
Yes, I have seen this.
Yeah,
I thought it was fun.
It's such a great series of books. It's so hilarious, all the different like wacky jokes. I remember
I swear I saw it as a show.
Was it a show too?
Yeah, it was just called Wayside, I think.
What? I had no idea. Wayside show. That's crazy. I had no idea that that became a show. I remember reading the books as a kid. Oh, this looks familiar. I think I remember seeing commercials of this, but I never watched the actual show. That's crazy. I gotta watch Wayside now.
Yeah, a 30-story grammar school where the floors are stacked vertically. Yeah.
Yeah, there's like 4 or 5 books on it.
Canadian.
There's so many ridiculous stories, like the elevators they installed, one going up, one going down. They worked great once. And it's like a 4-sentence story. It's like, that's all it is. It's so great. And the one of the running gags was like the author, Louis Satcher, was the janitor in the school. And it said like the janitor of the school is the author of the book, Louis Satcher. It's just said it in the book. I'm like,
self-insert.
All right, I guess. Yeah. It's just as the janitor who sometimes saved the kids from falling out of windows.
So he is like literally the janitor in this made-up world, but also he is still the author. He wrote himself in, and then he just saves the day.
Yeah, he just comes in and
an
saves
OC.
the day every now and again. Sometimes he's just in the background. I'm like, and then the janitor comes in, played by Louis Satcher, the author of this book. They'll write that out every time.
Yeah, he's the hero of the story. He wrote the book. He's allowed to do that.
Yeah, he can do whatever he wants. It's just such. I don't. I wonder if he had a writing team or if that's just him in the room, like going crazy, bouncing funny ideas off himself. Like, what are we gonna do about this side character, the janitor? How can I write him in to make? What if he's me? Yeah, all right.
Yep.
Like, how does this stuff happen in like a vacuum? Like when you see comedy duos, like bouncing stuff off each other, like. I don't know how a single solo writer can come up with so much just wacky, insane stuff. I wonder, like, what his personal life was. What kind of upbringing did he have? What did he go through to have all this wackiness in his brain?
Yeah, I couldn't imagine. I mean, I also just couldn't imagine writing a book in the first place.
Yeah, that's a lot of like sit down dedication, a lot of focus to be able to do that. Especially in the days before you could dictate it, you just had to literally sit down and write it. I guess you could dictate it. There's always been those people you could hire just to write for you.
Mm-hmm. Also, like, I don't know, I feel like people just wrote more. When like when your communications were less frequent, you needed to put more in there.
Yeah, we talked about
like
that
old
before.
writing samples.
Like letters and whatnot.
Yeah, they just did it more. Yeah, people still write books today, but a whole different process.
Yeah, no, the writing is just one of those things. Like, yeah, I mean, like everybody knows how to do it, and it's just the printed art is just kind of harder and harder to focus on. In this era of wanting to go fast, wanting to consume content quicker. Mm-hmm. You can literally read.
The last book I quote unquote read was the Snoop Dogg recipe book that I was given as a gift recently, and it came out in 2018, I think. And there are at least 3 references to P. Diddy in there.
Damn, like as a good reference to P. Diddy, or
yeah.
Ah, no.
It's like lobster. It's like, yeah, in Miami, where P. Diddy's hanging out, going to clubs and stuff. And I'm like, yeesh.
Uh-oh. That's a no one. That's a not no, Snoopy. Ouch.
Nope.
Well, didn't Snoop caught some flack, too, because he was doing some, I forget what he was doing recently, but a lot of people were kind of clowning him for his most recent celebrity thing. I forget what it was, though. There's been so much going on in the world of current events. I can't keep anything straight anymore. Like what celebrities are up to.
Reading the book is weird. I mean, like I said, it's just a cookbook, so it's just 4 words on the recipes. But writing down in Snoop Dogg's voice, yes, so there was an author on there that put it together, and it's just referring to people as suckers and being the OG.
Yeah, it's written like how Snoop Dogg would say it.
The DOGG, having it written out like that next to a recipe for lobster is weird. Doesn't make as much sense to me.
Ah, that was the thing. He was a guest of honor at some crypto thing that Donald Trump was doing a year ago. And he's sold out for that. It's people are like, come on, man, that ain't the bag. And he also got
doing things.
He had problems with Lightyear, I guess, was a weird, vaguely homophobia thing. My kid shouldn't be watching that. I don't know. I don't know Snoop Dogg personally. I'm sure he's got his own things going on. I'm not gonna bat for him.
Yeah. Also, the whole Lightyear thing is is people just overreacting? Who cares, really?
Honestly.
2 women kissing it. Whoop-de-doo.
It's crazy. It's crazy that that's still a problem. That oh, what are our kids gonna think? I didn't think that kind of old school traditionalism could still be around beyond a joke, beyond a satirization of what actual thought process would be.
Yeah, I had a high school teacher who sort of made an argument like that, yeah, people are adults and they can do what they want, but what if a kid sees? If a kid sees 2 guys holding hands?
Yeah, what is he?
I don't think that's gonna mess them up. I think they'll be completely fine.
I think Nathan Lane was a movie star for 20 years and nobody gave a fuck. So why don't we stop complaining that we just have to be talented for us to look the other way? We could just look the other way on this. Even then, looking the other way is putting it in a kind of a gross way. We could just accept it.
Mm-hmm. Who's Nathan Lane again?
Nathan Lane was, he did, we just watched the movie Bird Box, where he was starring with Robin Williams, but he was also in the movie Mouse Hunt, I think that is. And he's a bunch of stuff on Broadway. He was in...
He did Gomez.
Was he?
Yeah, I think on Broadway, yeah.
Oh, yeah, on Broadway. I was going to say,
musical,
it was Christopher Lloyd in real life. Mouse Producers. That was the big one I was thinking of. The Producers.
Yep. See, I knew the name. I was just like...
And he's also done shit tons of voice work. He was one of the guys in The Lion King, the meerkat, alongside the fucking big warthog. I forget what the fat guy's name is. Haven't watched The Lion King in a minute. Timon, yeah.
Timon and Pumbaa. Pumbaa's a warthog.
Lots of very iconic voice. You would instantly know his face and voice. Very good though. You ever seen The Birdcage? It's a very good movie.
I will look into it. You mentioned The Lion King though.
Yeah.
There was Did you ever play that Super Nintendo Lion King game?
No. Is that the one that's like notoriously hard? I thought it was like the Sega Genesis version
Yes.
of it.
No, the Super Nintendo one. It might have been the same one on Genesis, but I doubt it, because that was back in the day where they would make like, here's the movie game for Aladdin, and then each different platform would have a completely different game.
Yeah, that's true. Because there'd be like a different studio, the whatever movie company would license it out to, because they didn't care.
But I legit had that game as a kid, and it was really hard. I couldn't make it past like the third, fourth level. It's like the first one is you're just going around. Actually, no, maybe I think I made it through like 5 levels or something like that. I never beat it. The first level, you're just like hanging out, doing Simba stuff as kid Simba. The enemies are like also like really hard to deal with. There's like a porcupine. You have like a little scratch move and a little roar move, and it's really funny when he's a cub.
A little baby guy,
because
yeah.
the roar move is not nearly as effective.
I remember it's like Mario style, where you get like the power up, and that turns you into Big Lion, and then you can get what you call
that.
Like, just hit twice, right?
That is not the case.
Is it not? Oh.
After like 3 or 4 levels, you just fast forward to him being an adult for the rest of the game.
Oh.
You have a health bar. But the second level is the one where Mufasa dies. I just said that like a episode of Friends. But it's the one where Mufasa dies, and then there's like all the antelope running, and you need to dodge them. And so you got like 3 lanes, right? All these antelopes coming behind you. You need to keep an eye out for the antelopes. You're like running towards the screen, and they're running after you. And they're like going to run forward, and you got to dodge them. And then they'll have these little indicators on the bottom of the screen where there's rocks that are going to come up, and you got to jump over them or dodge them. It was so incredibly hard. It's like the second level. It's ridiculous.
I was going to say,
and then there's another one.
A lot out you.
Yeah, and then the level after that, you're in some other area in The Lion King. I don't know. They weren't very notable places except for the place where Timon and Pumbaa lived, and then like Pride Rock. But there's like monkeys and giraffes and elephants, I'm pretty sure. And then or like hippos. Mm-hmm. And this was kind of a cool level, to be completely honest, where there were all these monkeys on the tree, and if you stepped on like the hippo's snout or like near an elephant or something, it would like throw you. And then the monkeys would catch you and start throwing you around, and certain monkeys you could yell at them and they'd switch directions. And so you had to like navigate around the area.
Yeah, like Donkey Kong Country style, but you can control it a little more.
Yeah, like with the barrels, except you're like going around and you're setting the barrels in the right way.
Yeah.
However, certain arrangements would result in them just throwing you like into the water, and you instantly die.
Oh my god!
Like 2/3 through the level, it's hard too, because there's like these different sections where you gotta like ride an ostrich and like jump over the water and all this stuff, and it was so hard. It was a good memory, but goddamn.
Was there like a password system for that game, or saves at all, or just no? Fuck you, back to the start.
I don't think so.
Damn.
Yeah, I think they just sent you back to the start. If you ran out of lives and maybe continues too, I don't know if you had continues.
That's crazy. Damn.
Yeah, good games. I actually played it again like a year or two ago on a friend's. He had like this thing. It had a bunch of collections of old games. It might have been for the Switch or some other platform.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I remember I had a bunch of different games for the Super Nintendo that I just like would play for 5 seconds and be like, all right, this one kind of sucks. Because it would always be at my aunt's house. She would just have like the collection of games from wherever had been left over. So we'd have like really good ones like Super Mario World and like Super Adventure Island or something like that. But then we'd also have Bram Stoker's Dracula. And I'd play that for 5 minutes. Like, this game sucks. I can't even understand what's going on. Like, I kind of like Dracula, but this is a book game. This is stupid. You're trying to run around, and it's like it doesn't give you any sort of like, intro as to what you're doing. It's just like, all right, here's an arrow kind of telling you where to go, and you're trying to navigate this sort of board game, sort of maze, because everything is like squared off into rooms, and it's really awkward to control, and just there's a whole lot of nothing in it. You can play it for 20 minutes and not even realize it's a Dracula game. Hate it. Hate it.
Well, was there Van Helsing in it?
I probably. Is he in Bram Stoker's Dracula? It's the Van Helsing family.
I don't know. I guess I haven't seen that particular one. I did see a Dracula movie recently, though, Nadja. And I
have not seen that.
Takes place in like 1995 or something like that. It's a contemporary thing for the time. David Lynch was one of the directors, and the movie pretty much starts off with Van Helsing killing Dracula in New York, and then Dracula's two kids, Nadja and
Alucard?
Oscar? No, not Alucard. I think that's only Castlevania.
Oh, really?
Because it's so stupid that it's just Dracula's name backwards. I do not think that's part of the original Dracula. Unless it is. I could be wrong.
I'm pretty sure Alucard is in Bram Stoker's thing.
It's so goofy to just turn his name, reverse his name.
That's like some demon shit, though. It's like the Satan did that in a couple different things in his whatever. So that's whatever. That's that they do that.
Natas?
No.
I guess you could.
I'm pretty sure it's like in whatever the original Hebrew or something like that. There's some story similar where like Satan or a demon did his name backwards and like he took his human form that way, and people were like, "Oh, your name backwards. It means the demon."
I guess it could be a thing. It's just so goofy to me.
Yeah, I don't know.
It sounds made up.
It sounds a little less goofy to me, but yeah, I can see why it'd be like you really just flipped it around. But I swear there's some sort of like actual thing that's sort of based on, so where it's like, all right, I understand what they're trying to do. Like I get it a little more.
Mm-hmm. But it was a weird movie. Parts of it were filmed on a Fisher-Price camera
Really?
to show the perspective of the undead.
That reminds me. So you talk about Fisher-Price camera. So I rewatched the movie Be Kind, Rewind. I told you about it a few episodes ago. So the whole shtick of it is that Jack Black and Mos Def is the guy who stars beside him, which I forgot about. Hilarious. But they remake all the movies that people want to see from the VHS store that Mos Def was just watching over for this guy that he really like admires, and he doesn't want to admit that he just deleted all his tapes. So they start remaking them as like basically 20-minute home movie versions of them, and people get, in a local neighborhood, get really into them, and they're like, "Yo, we want to see more." So it just goes as like a montage of like them remaking RoboCop, Terminator, Die Hard, like all these classic 80s movies, and they only show like the little snippets of them making them. But then in the credits of the movie, they have a whole thing where it says, if you want to see all of Mike and Jerry's films, because they're names of the characters in the movie, you can go to BeKindRewindFilms.com. And you can see all their full-length films. And I went to the website, and it's defunct now. And I'm like, damn, I wonder if somebody out there has, like, all of the little 20-minute, 10-minute films, whoever they were, of Mos Def and Jack Black, just, like, basically trying to drunk history style remake some of the most famous movies, like, ever. Like, in 10
I think
minutes.
you could find it. That sounds like something someone would preserve.
I've looked them up on all over the internet. There's only been like a couple of them posted on like they have a quote unquote official YouTube channel, which is probably just someone who's like trying to be as official as they could be. But even then, they only have like 4 of them, and some of them are just snippets. Apparently, they had all of whatever they had shot on that website at one point, and that'd be so cool to see. Just Jack Black and
maybe
Mos
try and
Def
find
with
an
one
old DVD.
camcorder. Ooh, no, I don't know if they'd be on a DVD. Because it was like
DVD extras.
Maybe.
We watched that Nickelback music video, right?
Yeah, but these
on
would
the
be
Spider-Man extras.
These would be potentially like, I don't know, like 40 different movies, all like 10, 20 minutes long. Potentially. I don't know how long all the sweet versions of
bonus
movies are.
disc material.
A whole extra disc. I think that's how they might have just put it online and been like, "Hey, here you go." I don't even know if Be Kind Rewind like. Shit, I want to look up more about this. I remember I looked it up like a week ago. That's why I put it down in the notes. Of like, man, I want to start the search of this lost media. And then I just didn't do it. I want to look into it more, though. I piqued my own interest again.
And we can be the ones to uncover it.
Yeah. And then we can get it in with Jack Black and Mos Def. Be sweet.
Yeah, well, let's just ask them. Maybe they have
Maybe they still have
easy.
Still got a copy? That'd be two crazy ends of the spectrum. Jack Black, like, stepping up to be #1 Disney man, like, A-list actor, then Mos Def, who's just been trying to in the underground New York rap scene, just been stepping out of the spotlight for the last 10 years.
Mm-hmm. We need to get a sequel. Be Kind Rewinded.
How would you even make the sequel to that? No one wants VHS. Actually, shit, I take that back. VHS tapes are coming back as physical media. Did you see the? I assume you saw the Pokemon. Pokemon Day announcement thing. I don't know what they call it. Pokemon Reacts, Pokemon Live.
I mean, I watched the thing. I was just mainly focused on Gen 10 stuff.
Yeah, see, I don't play Pokemon, so I was mainly focused on the MP3 player that they announced, which sounds cool, but also, like, why?
Yeah, I saw that too. I was a little curious because they have a specific app now, too, to play Nintendo music. So you can't really find it on, like, Spotify and stuff like that for the most part. It's like a separate app for Nintendo music, and I figured it would just go on there. But no, it's
straight
it's
audio
a separate device.
And I understand, like, audio files, they want, like, the Game Boy sound, right? Like, that was their whole shtick. Like, we wanted it to make it sound like it sounds from the Game Boy. Like, you're plugging in your headphones to the old Game Boy back in the day. And that's cool. But from what it seemed like, is that there was like one song per cartridge, and you have to swap them out for song. It sounds like they're selling you a little Game Boy and 50 cartridges. And I'm like, what the fuck? Imagine you're walking around in public with your bag of cartridges, swapping them out. Like, that's so stupid. Imagine you're sitting at home doing that. Like, one cartridge, if it had just like all the songs on it, that'd have been cool. The fact that they're giving me a bunch, like, that's too much novelty. You're going too far. That's not... That's dumb.
Just play some tunes while you're going for a jog and you bring like a 30-pound backpack full of plastic.
You're clinking around.
And you stop every 3 minutes.
Half of them are defunct by the end of it because they got rubbed around too much and caught a short circuit.
Mm-hmm.
Half of them just shorted. Yeah, no.
It is neat, though, as a physical media thing, I guess.
That's cool. I like the physical media aspect of it. Like I was saying, if they, like, in a bootleg it, like, somehow they make a Game Boy cartridge that fits in there that can just, play 100 songs or 1,000 songs. Fuck it. I'd like an MP3 player with a physical cartridge insert that has my music and makes it sound like Game Boy. Just let me put any song I want on there. That sounds like a little cool.
So,
that's just the right amount of novelty because I get the novelty of the sound, I get the novelty of the cartridge, and I get to use my own music. If I have to, if it only holds one song at a time, that kind of defeats the purpose of all of this. It's too much work.
Well, I'm sure. Like, if you bootlegged your own cartridge, you could do whatever you want, right? Like, there's not going to be you determine the storage limit on that cartridge.
Yeah, but I wonder if it's Nintendo's. They might have a thing of like, whoa, this isn't the official cartridge we can detect, so we're not going to play it. And then it's like, yeah. So they might have to have, like, some sort of they might have to crack open an official cartridge or something. Who knows?
I don't think they really had that technology. I would need to see the cartridge. I would need to see what it is. Had to, like, if it's mimicking the hardware of a Game Boy, that couldn't do that. It couldn't detect fake games.
It needs the security switch like they have in for Doom for Super Nintendo. I'm pretty sure Game Boy games, some of them had it too. They might have.
Really?
But yeah, I don't know if you've ever seen it. It's basically just like a little like metal phalange on the inside that like activates onto the circuit board, and it's basically like, because of the way the cartridge is shaped, when it gets plugged into an actual Super Nintendo, that will connect the little flange and actually make it work. But if you're connecting it to anything else or like plug it in any way else, then the board won't power. I'll send you a picture of it. It's a weird little thing, but yeah, it's the old school, like, make sure you're not cheating, make sure you can't do this.
I mean, I guess I just looked it up. Apparently there was like a lockout chip, but just like steal the chip.
Yeah, that's the thing. Is you
What
might
you
have
do-
to use an official chip and then rewire it, which I guess I could do, but I have to pay somebody to do that.
Yeah, and also, like, if it is meant to mimic the original Game Boy, the way that music was done on that is not an MP3. It's sequencers. So there's like 4 to 6 channels or something, 4 to 8 channels, and you would have a function that literally ran on it, and it would produce sounds, right? Because I mean, it's just voltage that you send to the speaker.
Interesting. So I wonder, whatever like third-party cart, if I would put my own music on there, would have to have some sort of translator from MP3s to that.
Yeah, well, it would like activate certain oscillators, and then you could like choose a frequency, but it was like only a specific set of waves, which is why it sounds like that. But that's even if it is actually doing that and not just using an MP3 and then filtering it to make it sound like a Game Boy.
Yeah, because I thought that was
In that case, it'd be cool, but
I thought that was the whole point of like the physical media thing of it, is that they literally have like Game Boy parts, or maybe it was just the Game Boy sound designer was like brought back in so that they could make sure that it sounded the right way. I don't know. I just remember seeing like they're gonna make sure that it's gonna sound like the Game Boy, and you get your cartridges you can swap out for songs, and they showed what they're selling, and it's like the Game Boy and 50 cartridges, which made me think like, why are you selling that many cartridges? Why? How many songs are on one cartridge? Is it just the one? Because they showed one, then swapped it out, and another one when they put another one in.
I'm on the website. So it seems. Purchasing this comes with 45 cartridges.
Oh my god.
Here's the exact wording. Each containing a familiar melody or sound effect from the games. It's only Pokemon Red and Blue.
You could fit the whole game on one of those cartridges. You're telling me you put one song on there? What are you doing? That's dumb. That's so stupid. And not even flippable, I bet. It's one cartridge. It's one song on one side. Not even like cassette tape style.
Or sound effect. There seems to be one for playing the Poke Flute, which is like 3 seconds on an individual thing. We should totally try and jailbreak this.
We probably should. It's not even like they didn't even do like Gen 2 where they had like Poke Radio, where there was like a good mix of songs and whatnot. Like, and I say good mix, like there's 4, but like you had more than just like trail themes that were and route themes, and the Poke Flute. Fuck. Oh my god. Yeah, that might be a misfire. People might buy that and like never unbox it, but like that's the only type of people they're gonna sell it to. And I guess us. Shit. How much is it going for?
Yeah.
At retail.
$70 unavailable. I think it's sold out.
Son of a bitch. Well, I mean, that's just a marketing tactic. They probably only had like 5 or whatever the hell.
Yeah, they appropriately sized it for the demand, because everyone's going to look at it and be like, 45 different cartridges? Really?
Yeah, I would hope so. I would hope they only made like 5 of them, and they're like, yeah, all right, we realize this is idiotic. What's it? Is it? I wonder. It literally, all of the cartridges look like
Pokemon Red and Blue.
Pokemon Red and Blue, and they even have like whatever, I guess you would be doing. Like you played the Poke Flute on the backside.
Yeah.
But like, is the actual Game Boy itself? Oh, because that's what you slip into the screen. I see. So the actual Game Boy itself is literally just going to be plastic bullshit that's just playing it. You couldn't even make that.
Yeah, it says the buttons don't work.
You couldn't even make that like a fidget toy at the very least, you assholes. Man.
Such an odd thing to sell, but you do you, I guess.
Yeah, it's one of their things of just like who's gonna stop us? Who's gonna say we can't do this? Who's not gonna buy it?
Just scrape the picture off the back and then sell 45 counterfeit copies of Red and Blue for way more money.
Yeah, right. So the first like post when I looked this up, or the first thing on a Google result was just plastic garbage. Yay.
The article on Pokemon.com is a lot more positive. I wonder why.
Yeah. Where are you actually seeing to buy this at? I'm just finding the Pokemon.com article. I want to actually look
Pokemon,
at the sale.
Pokemon Center, it was apparently posted 3 hours ago and is unavailable now.
Damn, they already take it down? Because I can't even find it.
No, I mean, now there's a link. I'll send you the link.
Yeah, I'm going to have to look at it in between episodes. I'll get a thorough research to it. But that seemed crazy. I like the going back to physical media. I like, at least, I guess, a first swing at this. It's a good collector's edition. It's going to be one of the things I think in the past people are going to be like, oh, remember when they did this? This was the first foray at the new hip thing they were going to do. Because legitimately, I think, MP3 players have a market to come back. Now with all like the music streaming bullshit that's been going on of like Spotify being more in-shitified and YouTube music still being in-shitified. So MP3 players, there's definitely a market for them to come back. If people get the right price point, the right amount of marketing, the right amount of, hey, remember the good old days? I think you can bring
I saw an article that was like, Spotify's top coder hasn't written a single line of code since November or something. And it's like, when I open up Spotify, like, occasionally the music just doesn't play.
Yeah.
Why did you do... You should probably write the code.
So, sometimes when I'm playing Spotify on my computer and then I go, like, and drive, miles away from my home, Spotify will be freaking out and figuring, wait a minute, you're playing on your computer, now you're playing on your phone. So did you want to play while you're connected Bluetooth to your car? Did you want to keep playing in your computer? No, you want to play from your phone? Got you. Well, okay. I'm just going to reconnect to your computer every 10 seconds just to make sure that you want to make that choice until you turn Spotify off on your computer. It's like, what the fuck? Why?
Technology.
I'm not even connected to my computer anymore. Like, my phone was Bluetooth connected to it, I guess, but, like, I'm miles away from my home at this point.
Mm-hmm.
Stupid.
No, I don't have that particular problem, but it's just like if something happens, watch a video or something, or like an alarm goes off, and then it pauses the music for that, and then it goes back to it should like just play the music again, or at least I should be able to go to the app and then hit play again, and I do it, and then the bar starts moving, and the music just doesn't play. Spotify, please write code again. We're begging you.
Because I will not let them steal my data, they won't let me view this thing. So something's gone wrong. Let's get you back on track, trainer, because I have ad block and VPN going through. They're like, please disable your VPN and your ad block or use a different browser. No, thank you. Sorry, Pokemon.
Well, you'll just see like what comes in the box and the fact that it's unavailable. So sold out. Cool. But since we were talking about the Pokemon Presents, what do you think of the new starters?
Brout is my favorite. Have I showed you my favorite Brout picture yet? It's the best.
No.
He's my favorite little guy. I love little bird, especially because he's just like literally a little bush that just got up and started walking. He's got his little scraggly legs. I love him.
He's a chicken. Little chick.
He's a little sprout, but he's a bird, so he's a Brout. He's a little Brussels sprout. That's how I see him.
Well, I thought it was Brout because the plant on his face makes him eyebrows.
Oh, that's also Brout. Oh, it like doubles like that. I just thought it because he was a little sprout. A little guy.
I mean, they're really good at naming these guys.
Yeah, they're really good. Yeah, I'll send you my favorite Brout image.
Send on Discord.
It's too powerful.
On my phone.
Yeah,
on the other side of the room.
You can't wait. Wait, how did you send me this thing on Discord then if it's on the other side of the room? You got some telekinesis powers you're telling me about?
On my computer, where I have Discord open in front of me, so I can
I thought
send you the link.
Just said Discord was like on your phone on the other side of the room.
Yeah. Well, no, I'm saying send it to Discord because you can't text it to me because my phone's on the other side of the room. That's a good picture.
I love
That's
him.
a really good picture.
So I just posted this picture, said he is beautiful and we all love him.
He is.
I love Brout.
I've been seeing a lot of things on Instagram of like you picked Pombon in Pokemon Winds, and it's just a video of whatever the type of dog is.
Oh, that big fluffy dog. It's just like really skinny, but got like the big like
a Pomeranian.
Oh,
just standing there in the wind, and there's just crazy ass wind, and he just see all of his fur going back.
Yeah.
And then other ones for you picked him in waves, and it's just a wet dog.
Yeah, I saw a good one of from Brooklyn Nine-Nine of like, all right, I only had Pombon for only a day, but if her final evolution is bipedal, I'm going to harm everyone in this room and then myself.
Yeah. Lots of pictures of people taping his front paws down.
Stay on all fours.
Yeah, people have been like complaining about the bipedal like final forms for a while.
I don't really
Charizard doesn't count.
I don't really get the complaint of it. It's kind of cool. I like the fact that, like, you know, isn't that literal, like, human evolution of, like, we became the stand upright and now we're, you know, human people. So I guess it makes sense why Pokemon would also do the same. Want to be more human-like if you're thinking about it just, like, biology-wise.
As time goes on, their design philosophy shifted from it, like, just being a monster to, like, adding this personality to the creature, right? And when they make the cat a magician, he's standing on 2 feet. They make the duck a dancer, he's standing on 2 feet. Luckily, with Skeledirge, they kept him as a crocodile.
Yeah,
that's pretty good. He's a singer, crocodile. But he's still a crocodile.
I like that his name is Skeledirge. It's one of those things, like, I feel like in the like when they do that trick of the first letter and last letter are the same, but they jumble it up and you can still read the word. I read it as Skeledirge every single time. Because it sounds like that's what his name should be to me. Skeledirge just sounds wrong. I don't know why.
Yeah, I wonder what dirge means in this context.
I don't know. Because Skeledirge just sounds like... it makes about as much sense as Skeledirge. Like, a ridge of what? Like, a ridge of bones or on lava. Like, it doesn't exactly make sense, but that's just how I read
dirge it. Dirge is a song for the dead. A lament for the dead.
Ah, okay, so there we go.
See, it's pretty neat. Yeah, sense. They got all these layers of stuff in there, and it's very cool, but people are just sick of, like, this happened, like, multiple times, where people are like, oh, cool, Litten, the cat Pokemon. It's, not Litten, it's, no, it is Litten.
It is Litten, yeah. And then
the one that evolves into Incineroar?
Yeah.
Yeah, I was confusing it with Litleo. But Litten, it's a cat. I wonder, like, what cool big cat it's going to become. It's like, it's a human man once again.
It's a big human with fire cat face. Okay.
Yeah.
I guess, yeah, I can get behind that. I can get behind shitting on Pokemon for their designs.
Yeah, I don't care that much, but I do want them to be monsters.
It's pocket monsters, not pocket fan service.
Yeah. So, new starters are cool.
Everybody got a little hot under the collar when Rosalia was introduced, and they've just been going down Lagoon Lane. Guys and girls.
Yeah, they went straight to Lopunny next game.
And who's that other one that's like literally just like the scarf e-girl? It's got like the what you call it, the really long sleeves looking like Ariana Grande style. Shit, I forget it. It looks like it's got a real long hoodie sleeves. I forget what the name of the Pokemon is.
I mean, I remember a character like that, a human character. I don't remember a Pokemon like that. If you found it, I'd probably be like, oh shit, yeah, that one.
Yeah, I remember you telling me to pick it in Pokerogue one time, and I was just like, why's it got the Ariana Grande sleeves? Well, I don't remember.
Was it Tinkaton?
No, Tinkaton was cute. I remember that was the tiny one with the big hammer.
Mienshao?
I think it was. Mienshao.
Yeah.
Mienshao Pokemon. Yeah. Mienshao. That is correct.
Yeah, well, that one, I look at that and I see animal. I think it's good for me to, like, even though, like, I do get, like, oh, yeah, that's kind of like furry bait for some creature designs, not even just Pokemon. The fact that some of them don't register as that for me at all, like, I just don't recognize it, is a good thing.
Yeah, no, that's pretty good. That's good. That one definitely, as I see it now, it's like I really have to try. It's just got like the kind of slanted eyes and, like I said, the Ariana Grande sleeves. But yeah, other than that, I don't think it is. Mm-hmm. It's on the opposite spectrum of like Lola Bunny, if we're going furry bait.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, starters are cool. At first, I thought they looked like not Pokemon, but the more I see them, the more I'm like, okay, yeah, I get it. I can. They fit in the club.
I'm usually a water starter guy, but grass starter is going to be, if I ever play the game, going to be my favorite.
I switched over to fire type recently after being a stalwart grass starter guy.
What made you switch?
Well, I mean, I like grass type Pokemon a lot, but what I really like is sun teams, and then having a chlorophyll grass Pokemon on that team so it can be really fast.
Ah, so you switch to fire
so it's
type,
really
so you
about
can
the
power
fire.
Up the grass.
Yeah.
Smart. You'd think that
they have diving in the game. It's cool.
Yeah, they saw a little bit of the underwater. It's going to be pretty neat.
Yeah, bringing it back. It's giving me very Gen 3 vibes. So that was a good one. So
interesting. I wonder what new game mechanics they're going to throw in there.
Yeah, I don't know. Like a battle gimmick? I don't know what they're going to do, but seems cool. And then, did you see that they're re-releasing Fire Red and Leaf Green for the Switch? It just came out.
Oh, I think so. That was they said they were releasing on a virtual console, yeah?
No.
Or are they
are they
doing an actual you have to buy them again?
Yeah. So the thing is with Nintendo Switch Online is that you have a lot of emulator tools on that, such as rewinding and save states. Which they made these. They don't want you to be able to do that. And still be able to transfer these Pokemon out. It's like a choice. Because there's other games that are going on Nintendo Switch Online, and it's these will not have any connectivity with Pokemon Home, nothing like that. But then these ones will. So they don't want you to be able to mess with stuff and save state and save scum like crazy.
I mean,
which is fair.
I guess, yeah. I guess that makes sense.
There's benefits to both, but one is cheaper, and they didn't go with the cheaper option, so I see why people might not like that.
I guess I get it, but why couldn't you just... It's an old-ass game. You're not even, making anything different, right? They're not changing what Fire Red and Leaf Green are going to be. They're not, even, HD remastering them.
So they did one thing, and that is they made it so that once you beat the game, you get the distribution events without having to literally go to a distribution event.
And they couldn't have added that into the virtual console and just made it hey, you don't get save states in this one, just disable them for that one?
Yeah, I don't know. I don't think they've had anything like that in virtual console, but I'm probably not going to get it, to be completely honest.
That is...
Unless someone I know also gets it.
That is a little disappointing, but I guess I can see why they would want to do that. More money.
Yeah. 30th anniversary thing, too. So they're doing Kanto again.
Yippee. Yeah, that just... Very, very interesting decisions all around from the Pokemon Company, from MP3 players start to now re-releasing an old game, but just again for more money. And I guess they did make one meaningful change to it, like you're saying with the distribution events, but it's just
one weird thing about
service.
it, though,
Get it? What's the weird thing?
It doesn't have. Also, with Nintendo Switch Online, it's only a subscription thing, so if you get it, you own it. But the Fire Red Leaf Green, they don't have any online capabilities, but you can trade with local linking, which that's true. I mean, that's how it worked on the Game Boy.
Yeah.
You had to be physically in the room with the person.
Right.
Yeah. It was kind of the point of having different versions in the first place, was to get people to interact with each other IRL.
Right. So I guess... That's another part of it, is you can't just get both games for free if they were just going to drop them both on the virtual console.
Mm-hmm. Also, I'm probably not going to get it unless I get into competing again, because right now it's sort of, to me it feels like an off season, right? Everyone's just waiting for Pokemon Champions to come out. But there's the whole ribbon system, which I think I've told you about before, where different games will have different ribbons for when you beat. Like, let's say you have a Pokemon, you beat the Elite Four with it. It has a ribbon, and that ribbon is permanent. And when you transfer it up, it'll still have that ribbon. And then later games include titles.
Right, and it'll have like that title from beating the Elite Four way back when, potentially. Gives you more of a reason to transfer that same Pokemon. And that's cool and all if they didn't change the way you had Pokemon were coded, so now you literally can't get your Pokemon from Gen 2. And then they just took away your ability to even have that potential Pokemon in the game with this whole fucking dexit thing. It would have been even cooler if they did all of that. That would be a really cool concept if they had set all that up. But instead, they came to that problem and told all their fans to fuck off.
Cool. My point is that if I have a Pokemon on my team that I think is really cool and I want to have like an impressive one, I will go maybe get that game and then I'll try and get one in that one. So it'll be like, oh, this one's from Fire Red and Leaf Green. That's so cool. You know, it has like this little thing.
Yeah.
Trying to swag out on them a little bit, you know?
Just got to make sure it's one of the Pokemon that's actually available in the game. You can't just pick any Pokemon that you want.
Yep.
That don't make no damn sense. Doesn't make no damn sense. Like they're gonna, all right, fine. You're gonna change the way you code Pokemon. So like, oh no, we can't do that for all these games posthumously. And then you're gonna remake the game, so then you can just do it now. But you could have done it the whole time. That's fucking stupid.
Well, Gen 2, like nothing's really coming back from Gen 2. Maybe if they like really wanted to, but Gen 2 and 1 like is just straight up different.
But why didn't they just remake Gen 2 and 1 but make right when they recoded the games? Like, hey, we're recoding the way Pokemon are, so we're going to release Gen 1 with this new way that we recoded Pokemon. So that
they made Fire Red and Leaf Green, and then Heart Gold and Soul Silver. It's they made remakes with everything available plus more.
But then why can't I trade? Why can't I trade from my original to that remake then?
Because the remakes are done in the modern system.
There's no any kind of bridge or band-aid going over that from old to new?
No, it's all technology.
Fuck, that's what adapters are for. It's literally what they're made for. If you can make adapters in hardware, there should be a way to adapt fucking software.
You just have to fill in, like the consoles themselves weren't compatible. That's just how it is.
I feel like there would have been a way, especially if it's just like the straight code from Gen 1. You can literally like fill in and recreate Pokemon just by filling in the numbers. I feel like there should have been a way for like just some program of like, oh, this is the old Pokemon. We can get whatever data that was and just recreate the Pokemon for you right here. And now you've quote unquote traded it, because you can literally do that. Like if you just take a new Pokemon, like want to do an emulation, you can just put your Pokemon in there and it's basically identical, would have the same stats and everything. But I feel like if I can do that, then why couldn't the Pokemon Company have made a thing for everybody to be able to do that? So that it would be officially their Pokemon, quote unquote. Because now it's not official. It's the same exact Pokemon, but I had to force them in there. If the Pokemon Company did that for me, I would feel a little bit better about it.
Yeah, it just didn't make sense at the time. I don't think it makes sense to go back and do it now.
Nah. So be it. So be it.
We have remakes. It's chill.
Chill for you, but for a non-fan like myself who can get angry over it with no, like skin in the game, it makes me furious. But that is about enough time. That is about enough time yelling about this, because this episode should come to an end. Been going for about an hour, damn. And this remote ones, we really go flying. But thank you for listening to this episode of Cold Hard Trash, CRT episode 91. Or is it 91 or 92?
91.
91. I think
That's
I said 91.
That's my Borat impression of Borat saying 91.
My wife. Thank you for listening to this episode and for sitting through our terrible impressions. If you too feel that you have some strong feelings about Pokemon and the terrible direction they're going in, please leave the comments down below. I would appreciate it. And if you enjoy the rest of this podcast, be sure to tune in for next week, where we hopefully can fix our video problems. Who knows, though? See you next time.
See ya.